Here's a quick look at the Mophie Juice Pack Powerstation Pro. You can see this one is a ruggedized version of the Mophie Juice Pack that we see. Normally it doesn't have such a ruggedized look, rubber housing, so it does make it a little bit thicker. Also, it does allow about 150% of the milliamp capacity from the previous version. So you got 6,000 milliamp hour instead of 4,000. It is going to be a little bit thicker, but the main thing that you get with it is the IP65 rating, which allows for dust and water protection. You can see some of the stats right there: 6,000 milliamp capacity, 2.1 amp high output charging, so you can charge an iPad with that. USB charging port, obviously, LED power indicator on the unit itself. You can lift up this flap and it'll show more detailed view of the USB port for charging. Insert your charging cable there, and that's the micro USB to charge the battery itself. Stainless steel, which are pointing to the nuts, and aluminum construction pointing to the panels. Impact resistant rubber housing, just all around, making the unit thicker and covering those ports for that water and dust protection. The MSRP is about $129, but you can obviously find a better price than that. So that's pretty much the packaging right there. So let's open this up. Got the first cover off, and we still need to dig deeper. So let's open from the top, flips out, and lift this open. Throw away this plastic shell. First little booklet, it's kind of glued on underneath right there, sticky stuff, is the Juice Pack Powerstation Pro user manual. Set that aside. Mophie, find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter. Some more of that sticky stuff. A little bit of DigiCamel, Mophie loves you card. On the bottom here we have a USB plug, and it is micro USB. So you can use that to charge your Mophie if you already don't have a micro USB charging cable. And it has a little rubber band keeper. Set that aside. And inside here, obviously, the Mophie IP65 Power Pro station. And here's what it looks like. You can see it actually has quite a bit of girth to it. To put it side by side with a typical phone, this is a Motorola Razr HD Max, and you can see how much girth it does have. I just got a notification. You can see the stainless steel nuts, aluminum panels, and the back is all rubber. Has a little bit of information inscribed into the rubber, just saying the output is 5 volts, either 0.5 amps, all the way up to a max of 2.1 amps. The input and output are the same, so it'll take a 2 amp charger, and of course it'll output the same as well. Maximum capacity 22.2 watt hours or 6,000 milliamps. On the top, or I should say the bottom, according to the Mophie label and the charge indicator, the bottom is going to be, lift this up, and you have your charging port right there. There inside, and then lift the other side up, and you have your micro USB charging ports right there. And then with these covered up, you get that dust and water protection. And then just to the left bottom right there, sorry about that, you have a battery indicator. You hit that button right there, and right now we have 2 out of the 4 lights, so about halfway charged up. And that means we'll have about 300 milliamp, which is pretty close to what the other Mophie battery provided. So just a little bit more battery capacity. Probably won't charge a iPad obviously all the way to full, but it'll charge your iPhone, typical phone size battery, which is between 1,500 to 2,000 milliamps. Like an iPhone, I would guess it would charge it about 3.5 times, 3 times. And then the newer size phones, 2,000 milliamps, it'll charge those about 3 times. So pretty nice little battery. If you want the ruggedized version with a little bit more battery capacity, then the Mophie Juice Pack Powerstation Pro could be for you. Just be aware that it is single port. You do have the capability to plug in different style plugs right there, but you do have to provide your own charging cable, especially that new Lightning connector that we have to buy a bunch of extra cables for, since they just moved over to the new port. And of course have a micro USB charging capability, especially if you're going to be solar charging and whatnot. Make sure you can charge it right there if you wanted to store power. Anyways, that's a quick look at the Juice Pack Powerstation Pro. Thanks for watching.